Hello everyone, today I'm here in Naples, Florida to check out their Chuck E. Cheese. I'm going to go in there and give you guys a full store tour of their art and their games and their Circles of Light stage, which I know they have, and we'll talk about the history of the store and see if they have anything left over from before the remodel and all that good stuff. First though, I wanted to point out, even though their exterior here is pretty plain on the store, they have a pretty typical 2.0 logo. On the road sign out there, on the sign for the shopping center, their sign still has the original 2012 logo that they would have opened with here at this store, that they did not change that sign out there when they got 2.0. I'll put a picture of it on the screen so you guys can see that. So that's one older element already. So now let's go in and check out the store. Alright guys, let's start this tour off right here in the showroom. So right here you can see they have the Circles of Light stage. They don't have the top part. The other Circles of Light stage I was at here in Florida had that. They don't have it here. Right here they have the large circle with the lines here. This is where the animatronic used to sit. And then they have the video screen here in the middle and a TV on either side. And it all still lights up and looks great. They got new carpet in the store, however this was just a refresh, so they still have all of their original furniture. They have the old blue benches, and then they have the blue and red Phase 5 booths here to match. But yeah, they did get the new carpet, and then here in the middle they have the 2021 model dance floor. This is a 2024 remodel, so they did get a 2021 model dance floor. And then on both sides of the showroom they have the 2.0 high top tables and chairs. And then also on the left side of the showroom they have the Rockstar ticket blaster right here. So they did not get a birthday blaster like a lot of these Florida stores. They still have their ticket blaster here. And then here's something I am super excited about. We have new font posters throughout the entire store. So there is no old font that I've seen so far. Everything is the updated font, and the old font is definitely way more common. So first up, we have the party one. And then right here, this is a very common new font one. You see a lot of these, the emergency exit only sign. That's very common for new font. And then if we move back over to the right side of the showroom, I have a lot of new font posters here and a lot that I haven't seen before. So I am as excited as I possibly can be for 2.0 art to show you guys this stuff. So first of all though, I gotta show you guys this. They have another emergency exit only here with those pretty standard signs here. And they have the 5 Chucky silhouette. Of course there's no text, so that hasn't changed. That still looks the same. However, this one has changed. They have the new font High 5. And then they have the new font restrooms right there. And then let's just go down and see if they have anything. Yeah, they just have typical men's and women's signs there. Nothing special down the restroom hallway. And then they have the new font Where a Kid Can Be a Kid photo prop sign. Now the old font version, the text had a lot more shadowing stuff. I'll put like a picture of it, but the text wasn't flat like this. This is definitely, you know, the text is very much way more flat than the other stuff. Now, I'm going to save the other posters for later because we're going to show you guys the games first, and then we'll go through the wall there that has the drink machines and all that kind of stuff. So here's the kiddie ride area right behind the showroom. So they have Super Striker, and then they have Barney, Where a Kid Can Be a Kid race car. Then they have the Funhouse thing with the crazy mirror. There I am. And then they have Rockstar Chuck photo ride. They did get all the new graphics there for Rockstar Chuck. And then they have a large trampoline zone. It's the 5 square version, and they have the typical 3 pieces, Bella, Munch, and Chucky. Then we have Hit Music, Hammer Fun, and Octonauts right here. Alright, then we have this cartoon racing game. Then they have Bike Rally right here, and Dinosaur Catcher right here. Then they have the Minions Whack-A-Mole game. They have Bug Cruncher, the Mystery Machine, and a 2.0 TV ring up there. Then they have Pirates Hook right here, and then on this side of that, they have Super Big Rig. They have that, I don't know what that's called, but Spaceship to the Moon, I should know that by now. And then they have the air hockey table, the small one for the kids with Rockstar Chuck. And then they have Cheeky Monkey Football, High Five, Hot Racers, Dog Pounder, Rescue Hero, Popcorn, Snowball Toss. Then they have Chameleon Paradise, Nicktoons Racing, right there, Chuck E. Cheese's Sketchbook, and then that's it for kiddie games. So now at this point we move into the regular game room here. So I'm just going to take you guys through all these games as well. So we're going to start off here with the large version of Whack-A-Win, since the ceilings are high enough in this store for it. Then they have Barrel of Monkeys, Treasure Quest, Dead Storm Pirates, Jumpin' Fantasy, and it does still have the Avenger Chuck sticker on it right there. Then we have Space Warp, Shooting Mania, Fast and the Furious, Supercars, Jurassic World, Space Invaders Frenzy, Centipede Chaos, and Big Win Super Spin. Let's go through the middle again. We have Trolls, Power Drop, and Polar Slide right here, which is a super bright game. They have Deep Sea Treasure and Basketball Pro here on the end. Then we have Lumberjack and Pig Out, Jetpack Joyride Arcade, Crossbow Master and Trolls. And then they have Beach Bounce right there, which I don't think I've ever seen that before, but someone's playing, so I'll come back later. Then they have Iceman and 2 Minute Drill. On this side, they have Let's Go Jungle, Hop and Stack, Pink Panther, Super Monkey Ball Blitz, SpongeBob Pineapple Arcade Coin Pusher, Sky Riders, another bright game. And then here's another game here. We have Slide Up, another 2.0 TV ring up there. Red Hot with Rockstar Chuck. Fruit Ninja FX. Sonic Blast Ball. Pop It for Gold, there's Avenger Chuck. Avengers Coin Pusher. Tightrope. FGTV Out of Time. I showed you guys Tightrope. Then they have Big Ticket Drop right here. Harpoon Lagoon right here. They have the new font version of All You Can Play with Chucky Silhouette. They have a couple booths here by the windows. Then here they have an emergency exit. They have the sticker here from 2.0 as well as this generic sticker sign. And they have CC Street Hoops, Simpsons Soccer. They also have 2.0 stripes painted back there. They have Milk Jug Toss, NBA Hoops, Black Hole, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 alley rollers with a marquee. And that is it for games in this store. Pretty good selection. All right, now resetting back to the right of the restrooms where this is, they have their wild control panel right there, and then they have their kitchen entrance door, one of them anyway. And then here's a piece, this is probably the one I'm most interested to see. They made a new font version of the 100% whole milk mozzarella piece. I've only seen this at one store so far, which was Portage, Michigan, and I didn't know they still made this piece. I thought this was phased out. However, they clearly still make it, and they made a new font version. So this is still something they support even in the later remodels. I thought that they phased that out, because who cares whether they use whole milk or part skim, or who cares? But clearly they did not phase that out. They also made a new font version of the menu word mark piece and the pickup window sign. They also have their Pasquale's Kitchen sign, which I've seen in the new font many times. Then they have their Thirst Station sign, new version. They have the new wood floors, new tiles, the older Pepsi machines, and the Caution Wet Floor sign from 2.0. And then here is the only old font thing. They did not make a new font version of the U1 sign. That's still the old version. They didn't change that. Here, as far as plush, they have Chucky, Helen Munch, and Jasper Large. They have the same for small, and then they have all 6 Squishmallows, so good selection there. And down here, as far as small prizes, you guys can see that. Pretty good. And then they have a salad bar right here, the Our Veggies Are Hand Chopped Daily sign, new font. And then they did keep their Garden Fresh Salads light up sign here from before 2.0, as well as the Your Pizza Made Fresh. They did not get new tiles, and they put the pizzeria and games there above the menu boards. All right, now let's talk about the history of this store right here in Naples, Florida. They opened in September of 2013 with this Circles of Light stage. However, back when they opened, they had the 32 movement animatronic to go with it. So right here sat the Gardner Holt 32 movement Studio C animatronic, and that animatronic actually came from the Chuck E. Cheese in Meridian, Connecticut. They had a Studio C Beta Stage 32 movement, and when they closed, they brought the animatronic here, and it sat here until they got 2.0. 5 stores, only 5, had 32 movement Circles of Light stages, and 3 of the 5 were in Florida, so that's an interesting thing to note too. They got 2.0 in November of 2024, and there's actually a couple significant things about it. They were the last store to get 2.0 in Florida. It was the last animatronic removed in Florida, and it was the last 32 movement Circles of Light stage in the world. The other 4 had been removed previously, and now this was the last, and now it is gone. So 32 movement Circles of Light is extinct. There's still a couple 16 movements out there, and then there's plenty of circles of lights without bots. So there's no shortage of those. However, the 16 movement is either in Hawaii or in another country. There's none left here in the contiguous United States. So yeah, that's the history of Naples, Florida store. It was nice to see another Circles of Light stage still in action, as well as another store with the newer font posters, because those seem pretty scarce. The older font is definitely way more common because they started new fonts so late, and it's very confusing why they decided to do that. No one really knows, but you know, CEC will be CEC, if you know what I mean. I also forgot to point out here that they do still have the 2000 sign here for the use a clean plate for the salad bar, so that's important to mention as well. I've seen that at several other locations here in Florida. Of course, it wasn't on video, but I did hit the whack and win jackpot, which is 50 tickets. I've seen better, however, I've also seen worse, so I'll take the 50. This is the first time I've seen a live show so far in Florida. Chucky hasn't been out really at any of the locations I've been to, so it's good to see him out here. They're having a lot of fun. Alright, so out here in the kid check area when you leave, they have a couple of unique ones that I don't normally see in this area. They have the skee ball piece right here, and they also have the retro video game piece. Those are two that are normally not in this area. It's interesting to see those here. They have the lobby carpet, and then above the door they have the 2.0 Chuck logo, and then out in the lobby they have the new font version of the mission statement. They have the new font version of the Chucky silhouette, the green one, and then they have the new font versions of Good Behavior Guidelines and No Weapons or Firearms, but both of those are almost always in the new font for the last couple of years anyway. Alright guys, that's going to do it here from Naples, Florida. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And one other thing, so since we're in Naples, Florida, I figured this is probably the closest I'm ever going to get to Naples, Italy. So I figured today was the perfect day to expand my Gumball plush collection by one. So here is the Pasquale Gumball plush. I now have 3 of the 6. I still need Bella, Helen, and Chucky. I have Munch and Jasper at home, so 3 down, 3 to go. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.